Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Mikos. Well, I'm Mitchell, also known as DJ Too Bad Meek, and also known as Mr. Hillcrest. Just in case you don't know my other nickname, I was known as Mr. Hillcrest from 2010 to 2011 at the University of Iowa dorm room called Hillcrest Hall. First, I would like to say congratulations to Caitlin Belter, the class of 2015 from the University of Iowa in Iowa City, Iowa. And she is my former suite mate and one of my best friends. And I also remember Chase Lovey, Tom Mead, one of my best friends and suite mate Troy Doris, Hagen Click, he is my former roommate from Germany, and of course Kelsey Nankanov. Now I remember my first YouTube video was at the University of Iowa dorm room in Hillcrest Hall. It was in the computer lab back in September of 2010. I also remember Colin Hayden and Leah Collins. Them are the people I used to hang out with in Hillcrest dorm in Hillcrest Marketplace 4 years ago at the University of Iowa. And for you, Troy Doris, I've been a DJ since 1998. And I used to have turntables, CD players. I even wore mixing the actual audio cassette players with house music. I didn't have a pitch control button nor a mixer back then. But nowadays, I have the DJ equipment, the DJ software on my laptop, as well as the DJ app on my Android smartphone. The name is DJ Too Bad Meek. Please join my Facebook group, and please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Enough said about that, but this is gonna be some serious topic. And those that lived in Summit, Illinois had two tragedies this week. One was the mayor of Summit, Illinois. His name was Joseph. Yeah, the mayor of Summit, Illinois. The name was Joseph W. Sturzik. He was born in 1939. He died on Sunday. His funeral was yesterday in Summit, Illinois, which is a suburb outside the southwest side of Chicago. And he will be buried at Resurrection Cemetery in Justice, Illinois. Yep. He was 75 years old, and he had battled cancer for the longest time. And then a month before he passed away, according to the sources, according to the Daily Southtown, Sergio Rodriguez was gonna take over the mayor Joseph's term, like the town president, like pro term. He was gonna fill in for Mayor Joe while he was in office, while he battled cancer. He was a fighter, and Joseph Sturzik, you will be missed. And his brother was the mayor of Summit, Illinois from 1977 to 1985. His older brother died of cancer in 1999. And then there was another tragedy back in Summit, Illinois, where I grew up at. The name was Wanda, and she passed away sometime this week. I've known her personally, and she used to work at Family Dollar on West 63rd Street. She'll be missed as well. And just in case you don't know about it, my girlfriend, Heather Lynn Carlson, got a promise ring. And it's finally been paid off, and she posted a picture of her promise ring on Facebook, and I shared her picture. I love the promise ring. And Heather and I have been together for almost 5 years. The anniversary on the day that I met her was May 12th, 2011 at the University of Iowa dorm room called Hillcrest Hall. My old dorm room number was N312, but I really began talking to her on a social network called Tagged on June 18th, 2010. And the actual 5-year anniversary is coming up the day I began talking to my sweetheart and soulmate named Heather Lynn Carlson. I love you. Thank you for everything. You mean the whole entire world to me. You're special, and thank you for being in my life. And I kept on putting off the driver's permit. That's $14.25 in the state of Minnesota. If I pass the driver's permit, I need 32 out of 40 to pass. And if I pass my driver's permit, I got to pay the $14.25 fee. And then I'm planning on taking defensive driving course through Safeway Driving School. It's in Inver Grove Heights and in Burnsville, Minnesota. And I had bills to pay this month. Money has been tight. My birthday's coming up June 11th. I will be 31 years old. And my sweetheart's birthday is coming up May 29th. She'll be 24. And we're planning a birthday party. And I know this weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I wish everybody to have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend and happy Friday. But also, I was in the middle of writing a play for Mother's Day 2015. The play is pretty good, and it will be the first play that I have written in Spanish, in English. I had to translate in English. And right now I'm in the middle of writing the part about Cinco de Mayo. It takes place at a Mexican restaurant in Hastings. But in that scene, Mother's Day, it takes place on Mother's Day itself. The scene will take place in Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. And I will honor all mothers and single fathers who wished a happy Mother's Day. And I will honor my own mother. The name was Lisa Johnson. She was born on July 19th, 1959, and she died on June 1st, 2013. And I just wanted to honor my mother by writing that scene in the play. And to honor my mother, on the anniversary of her death, June 1st, 2015, it'll be 2 years since she passed away, I will write a play dedicated to my late mother. And then I will write a sequel called, I don't know what the title is going to be yet, but it's going to take place in 2014. When the sequel, it will take place in June of 2014. After my 30th birthday, I will go to Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and Davenport, Iowa in my play. And that sequel will conclude with me getting my bachelor's degree from Capella University in Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the Minneapolis Convention Center. But the first play, the original play, will be all about my mom and me going to Chicago. I think it was June 13th, 2013. And the funeral, well, more like memorial service since my mother was cremated, would take place on June 15th of 2013 in Summit, Argo, Illinois. It will have Rela Parker. It will have all my friends and family members. And it will have some fictional characters just in case they don't want to be in the play and I got to protect their innocence. And then it will have the character, my father, my grandmother on my father's side. It will take place in Sterling Estates in Justice, Illinois. And then my Aunt Valerie, living in Bellwood, Illinois. She will be in the play. It's going to have all my family members looking back at my childhood, looking back at my mom in her younger years, and the marriage of my mother and my father. Mike Kell, Lamont Mitchell Sr., also known as Mitch. That's another reason why I'm writing those two plays, because my mother's old landlord, threw away all of my childhood photos, and it's sad, I wish I had all my photos from childhood, but you can't replace it. It's irreplaceable. The only thing I can do now is try to remember my childhood by writing plays and screenplays. And I'm doing this for you, Mom. I love you. And I know you're looking down at us. And I know you are very proud of me that I got my bachelor's degree. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to go to med school from the University of Iowa or from a school in Pennsylvania, but unfortunately, plans has changed. And Mom, you is very special. And I know you looking down from us in heaven. You're very special. And I am honored to be your son. I love you and I miss you. And I'm working with kids now at the YMCA, Kids Stuff and Youth Development in Hastings. And I might get a job at the YMCA for good. Or I might work at an elementary school in Hastings. I filled out applications. And one thing I remember, Mom, as I said, you like to be called Mother Love. And I'm going to write this play just for you. You always wanted me to be a writer. And I remember you and I used to stay up all night and write those stories about Chicago. Yeah, and you'll wake me up in the middle of the night and write those stories on a blank sheet of paper. This is for you, Mom. You're special. And June 1st, I'm going to play all of your music dedicated to you. It'll be like 70s or early 80s disco and pop music from Mikos, Mom Mitchell, a.k.a. Too Bad Meek. That's all I got to say. God bless you. Have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Congratulations to the University of Iowa students. I'm sorry for your loss, the Mayor Joel of Summit, Illinois, and Wanda. And I would like to wish my girlfriend a happy early birthday to you. That's all I got to say, YouTube. Talk to you later.